Hi guys, I'm Furious Black, man. I want to thank the Most High in Christ for opening up my eyes and waking me up from this deep slumber that is cast over the world to this day. To be able to see what is in front of me and what is a facade and fake. What isn't real? What is the knowledge of the Most High in Christ and His heavenly hosts? To understand in my flesh and what makes me do what I did or done or have been in the past. With saying that, I've watched Israel and the rest of the world combat their sleep without knowledge of self. The main thing is knowledge of self. And what is knowledge of self? That's the main thing. Salvation is only to those that continue to look for self, either it be the flesh or the spirit. If you stop doing that, then you lose yourself within a religion or something that catches you captive, that makes you think you know more than you think. Well, no more than you do, because you don't. That's where error comes in, and arrogance and ignorance of the Father and the Son. The light that pertains to them that been around forever, eons. But at the same time, we think we know. Now, BT put Beyonce and Kendrick Lamar and Jesse Williams up. Not to wake up black people, but to rile them up. You have to know the difference between people saying that they're awake and that they're doing the work of God. And what God or what power are they working for? I'm not going to sit here and proclaim that I know. When you want freedom from the atrocities that is being put forth on you, as a woman or a man, you must adhere to what's come before you to understand what freedom is and what it does for you. Not what it does for the world. Because whatever freedom does for the world, it doesn't do it for you. That's the difference. We sit and we pretend to know the Most High and Christ and who the devil is and why the devil is doing these things to us. But we have no idea. Why does he persecute us in the streets? Why does he have his minions shoot our children and imprison our men and put our women in men roles? Yes, women in men roles. Why did he do that? Why does he have feminists fight to destroy what is between man and woman? This is what freedom is. To understand what is attacking you. If you don't understand what is attacking you, how can you sit and explain the Most High? See, Paul, he a lot of people don't like Paul because his writings are hard to understand. But without knowledge of self and who made you and the things within you, then you don't understand Paul. He says, when you ought to be teachers, you need one to teach you again. Who is that one? And who is the ones that are ready to be teachers? These are the things that we have to start thinking about. Because a lot of us will get into Israel and it'll be the first year and we'll go out and start teaching, thinking we know. We need more of a structure. But back to the BET and the world and the freedom thing. This all plays together. Because as soon as Israel wakes up and they see that, yo, something is wrong, how do I fight for my freedom without being killed or being hurt or hurting those that's around me or hurting those that love me? How do I fight for that freedom? I'll tell you, not being afraid of death is how you fight for freedom. You don't think that people that join the army are not afraid of death? They're afraid of death, but they use their bravery to stare death in the face, which we don't do. Not one of us. We still go to the other people for acknowledgement or permits to stand on the street corners. That's being afraid of death and jail. Was Paul and Peter and John and Simon, well, Simon is Peter, and all the other prophets or the other disciples of the Most High afraid of death? That's what we have to start to think of. Were they afraid of death? Because if you're afraid of death, you're not going to do what it takes for your mother, your daughter, your wife, and your children. You should know that the Lord has your back. You should know that. But because you don't know, you think that He has your back. You follow the rules of a place that He doesn't care about. This is fighting for God, not being afraid of death. This is fighting for the kingdom that is here upon us, in us, around us. That's the key. Death. Freedom equals death. Death equals freedom. If you're afraid to die for what is, then you're afraid of the Most High's word. We can't be afraid to put people in their places when it comes to the Most High and Christ and us and our children and our mothers and our daughters and our wives. We can't. We can't. Because every single day that we pretend that we understand the Most High and know that the Most High has our back, we turn our back on the Most High. Because they take away our freedoms. You're not allowed to grow crops. You're not allowed to have wild animals for yourself. Not just black people, also those that live within America or the world. We have to start to push forward in what is to come. And stop with this, Christ is coming back for the second time. Yes, He is, but until then, do I want to be under slavery? That's the key. That's the key. Why would I want to be under slavery? Why do I want to keep working for people that don't give a damn about me and making other people billionaires while I sit here and struggle and I just go out on the street corners and I teach other people to do the same thing that I'm doing? Come out here on Saturday or during the week and still work for the white man and sit in his place and talk against him while he's paying me and I'm making him millions. That's what we're doing. Because we're afraid of death. We're afraid to live. Why is it that those that are afraid of death, they're able to live? But those that are looking for life don't live. We don't think. It's very simple. You have to have knowledge. Knowledge is what opens us up and gives us the way and the path into being free. If the truth makes us free, right? Christ said it himself. The truth shall make you free. We all follow the law. We all follow what the Most High told us to do. We all do that. Why are we still not free? Because we're not trusting in the law. We're not making the law our backbone as a people. You know what we make our backbone as a people? Our leaders and what made us come into America. Which they're not our leaders at all. They're our oppressors. They oppress us rigorously, and we still give them reverence without knowing that we're giving them reverence. We're living in the same time as Christ was living in Jerusalem, where Rome was controlling. See, where Rome was controlling Israel. Is Rome not controlling America? Are we not the last to be considered in America? Is our life not fleeting in the eyes of those that control America? Is our life of any value in America? Same thing that was happening in Israel. So Beyonce, Jason Williams, Jesse Williams, Kendrick, J. Cole, they could talk about freedom, they could talk about our lives and our oppression, but we as Israel need to know better than to just say, oh, this person is awake or this person is awake. Because once we open up ourselves to the notion that we need each other to create this kingdom, then we know who's awake and who's not. We have communities of Hebrew Israelites where we only deal with ourselves, then we know who's awake or not. We don't have to ask or think or wonder if this person is awake, because they will deal with us and only us, unless we need something from other nations. That's how we'll know who's awake. Not somebody that goes on TV and talk about freedom or the oppression of Israel and Black Lives Matter. Lives matter. This is how we start to hold people accountable for the betterment of our people. We have hundreds of thousands of Israelites that are awake, and we aren't doing a damn thing about it. We haven't done a damn thing about it. But we say we're awake. We say that we're awake. But we haven't fought for real freedom. I'm not telling you to go out there and kill people. I'm not telling you to take vengeance that belongs to the Lord. I'm not telling you that. I'm telling you to fight to be free of your oppressor, because that time already has come. When you realize that and we work together, then we'll be better off. For sure. I'm Furious Black, man. And if you don't want to be free, then follow something else. Or don't follow the Most High. Because the kingdom is in us. Is it not?